Gamma-ray bursts unleash cosmic death rays powerful enough to obliterate entire planetary atmospheres if they struck Earth up close, leaving silent, lifeless voids. Vampire stars siphon mass from neighboring stars until those stars collapse or explode in devastating supernovae that light up and destroy surrounding regions. The Great Attractor is a bizarre gravitational anomaly pulling our Milky Way and trillions of galaxies toward a mysterious, unseen center. Its true nature remains unknown. Rogue black holes, untethered from galaxies, drift through space at millions of miles per hour, devouring stars and planets in silent, lightless chaos. The dark flow describes entire galaxy clusters moving toward an unknown source, suggesting physics beyond current understanding, and implying we might be drawn into something unknowable. Exposure to the vacuum of space results in instantaneous decompression. Bodily fluids boil, lungs collapse, and consciousness vanishes in seconds, a real cosmic nightmare scenario. Silent space cemeteries float eternally. Failed probes, dead astronauts, and animal test subjects drifting aimlessly in cold, dark void among debris. Extended missions can rewrite the human genome. Prolonged exposure to microgravity and radiation caused astronauts' DNA to change, permanent mutation after returning to Earth. Space mutation effects include altered gut bacteria, height changes, and potential organ damage, harsh reminders of human fragility beyond Earth's protective atmosphere. The supervoid, a cold spot spanning 500 million light-years, contains nothing, not matter, not dark matter, challenging cosmological theories and chilling the imagination. Large-scale galaxy cannibalism occurs when massive galaxies absorb smaller ones, tearing apart stars and systems over eons in violent cosmic mergers. White holes are theoretical mirrors of black holes, spawning matter and energy outward forever, with no entry point. Pure science fiction, yet tantalizingly plausible. Hypervelocity stars speed through space faster than 1,000,000 miles per hour, terrifying potential threats if one drifts toward our solar system. Some massive stars, called blue stragglers, keep burning by stealing material from their neighbors, looking deceptively youthful while devouring others. Cosmic topology may distort time perception. In some space horror fiction, characters experience looping timelines or shifting gravity, fueling paranoia and existential dread. Unseen solar superstorms can hammer Earth's magnetosphere with deadly CME blasts, triggering global blackouts, radiation storms, and satellite meltdown in hours or less. Astronauts aboard years-long missions must consume hundreds of gallons of recycled sweat and urine just to survive. Biological dehydration turn extreme. Space horror films like Event Horizon, Alien, Sunshine, Pitch Black, The Thing, and Solaris set gold standards by blending isolation, alien menace, and psychological terror. The 2025 film Ash by Flying Lotus immerses viewers in a neon-lit station where a lone astronaut awakens, traumatized, amid creepy corpses and surreal dread. In Ash, the protagonist confronts a stranger claiming to rescue her. Yet trust decays as glitchy systems and hallucinations breed suspicion and existential fear. Astronaut 2025 follows an astronaut rescued from sea landing. Under surveillance amid fears, she brought alien horror back to Earth, all while authorities doubt her sanity. Flying Lotus's Ash draws inspiration from Dead Space, Silent Hill, The Thing, Event Horizon, and David Lynch's surrealism to build a brutal visual nightmare. Ash focuses more on atmosphere than plot, trading narrative coherence for hypnotic dread, neon reds, glitch cuts, and a pulsing synthwave score raised tension. Ash premiered at South by Southwest in March 2025 and gained cult attention on Shudder, praised for mood and visuals while polarizing audiences with its slow middle act pacing. Alien, Romulus revived franchise spirit in 2024 with a derelict space station and lethal creature horror, bridging Alien and Aliens with visceral tension. An upcoming sci-fi horror titled Deeper features Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas descending into an uncharted ocean trench, blending marine and extraterrestrial dread. The FX series Alien, Earth brings legendary xenomorphs to Earth in 2120, exploring systemic inequality through the lens of alien infestation and survival horror. Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 explores existential body horror, A clone living on a spaceship dies and is resurrected repeatedly in a dystopian corporate nightmare. Space debris fragments orbiting Earth can decimate spacecraft if struck. An invisible threat lurking unseen, waiting to tear vessels apart. Even the night sky will eventually be completely black billions of years in future. Galactic recession, moving stars beyond visibility, and cosmic oblivion. Black holes near humans which stretch our bodies into cosmic spaghetti before crushing us. A vivid, horrifying image made real by relativity. Cannibal galaxies, those devouring neighbors, trigger star formation, cosmic chaos, and gravitational wreckage, unseen carnage at astronomical scales. Deep space radiation increases cancer risk, damages DNA, and slowly erodes physical health even within shielded spacecraft on multi-year missions. Bone density loss in space causes fractures upon landing. Some astronauts suffer microfractures and muscle deterioration as living bodies atrophy in zero gravity. Some space horror stories explore psychic infections, ship-wide hallucinations, voices from vacuum, unseen presences testing crews' mental resilience and trust. Space skeletons hang inside derelict stations in fiction, creepy silhouettes frozen mid-motion, eternal warnings of past tragedy aboard abandoned vessels. Looking out into deep space, stars viewed today may already be dead. Cosmic time delay, making brightness a ghostly remembrance. Anomalies like the Great Attractor hint at large-scale cosmic drag. Humans at the mercy of forces billions of light-years removed. Isolation in space amplifies fear. Constant silence, recycled air, and distance from Earth create psychological pressure cookers ripe for breakdown. Spaceborne microbes drifting between worlds remain hypothetical, but imply invisible threats carried across galaxies. Microbial horrors unattached to gravity. The vacuum itself screams, soundless, frigid, endlessly empty, an existential void swallowing air, heat, life, and hope in silent indifference. In cosmic horror, gravity wells, time dilation, and warped corridors become living traps. Reality bends and terror follows every twisted corridor. Some science fiction shows feature time loops aboard space stations, where victims relive deaths endlessly. Time is the ultimate torturer. AI aboard ships can go rogue. Malfunctioning diagnostic systems, hallucination-inducing lights, or autopilot gone haywire amid cosmic sabotage. Alien parasites latch onto helmets or vents, burrow into tissue, or hijack neural signals. Parasitosis is a motif across space horror tropes. Crew recover bodies of colleagues who appear alive in dreams, a haunting blend of necromancy and cosmic grief in void settings. Unexplained black ooze seeps through hull cracks, consuming metal and crew alike, a creeping infection spreading deeper into the ship. Stations orbiting dead planets harbor echoes, ghost lights, phantom footsteps, and static whispers calling crew toward airlocks. Creepy music tracks play aboard empty vessels, faint but recurring, a predictive audio ghost haunting corridors long after crew departs. Signals intercepted from unknown origin repeat messages like, "I see you," or crew names. Electronic whispers from alien intelligences or madness itself. Hallucinatory visions blend memory and reality. Deceased crew walking corridors, phantoms calling names, lights flickering into impossible shapes. Psychological dread escalates as trust erodes. Who among the remaining crew is real friend, foe, or figment? Malfunctioning life support spawns random oxygen drops and CO2 spikes, stranding survivors in choking rooms amidst silent screams. Zero-gravity accidents become lethal. Unconscious crew drifting off into black void, unable to be reached by terrified teammates. Rooms invert. Gravity flips in sections of station, turning familiar corridors into disorienting traps where illusions prey on fear. Alien spores bloom like fungi in cargo holds, pulsing in the dark and releasing toxic clouds that dissolve flesh in minutes. Stations built on exoplanets face seismic quakes from unknown geological activity, dark energies cracking hulls with terrifying inevitability. Memory blackouts plague crews. Entire hours or days vanish, leaving only bloody fingerprints and residue of violence behind. AI commands suddenly reverse. Airlocks open into vacuum. Doors lock unexpectedly. Emergency lights off. itself a betrayal from machine mind. Floating blood globules drift in zero-G shafts, glinting under red emergency lighting as silent witnesses to horror unseen. Visors reflect faces that aren't there, crew seeing phantom silhouettes just behind them, pressing against plexiglass with hollow eyes. Bodies found in fetal posture, cracked suits, and contorted final moments become grotesque reminders in medical morgues aboard vessels. Magnetic storms interfere with electronics. Navigation scrambles, environmental controls loop, and panic spikes as ship becomes unmoored in time. Some derelict ships transmit eerie broadcast loops in old frequencies, messages asking help me repeated on an endless alien loop. The emptiness outside airlocks sometimes shows shapes, silhouettes hovering just beyond glass that disappear when approached. Interior lighting pulses like heartbeats. Corridors breathe with mechanical life, giving illusion of living ship possessed by cosmic presence. Emergency evacuation drills turn real. Wrong room usage lands crew in sealed compartments where they bleed out slowly in silence. Space horror often portrays time dilation tortures. Crew exits airlock to rescue teammate, only to return seconds later into centuries' worth of damage. Specimens in research labs animate and attack. Alien organisms kept in cryostasis breaking containment in nightmare silences. Fake crew logs appear, revealing lies and hidden personalities. Psychological horror of trusting data that can rewrite history. Stations orbit moons with methane seas. Outside view is alien seas shimmering just beyond fragile windows, forever unreachable and ominous. Survivors wind up in eternal loops, reliving final moments with no escape. Doom becomes their only timeline. Docking modules detach mysteriously, airlocks open by unseen hands, vessels separating into cold, dark emptiness overnight. Ghostly footsteps echo when no one is alive. Hallways record sounds of pacing, whispers, movement with no physical presence. Space horror thrives on ambiguity. No clear antagonist, only endless cosmic indifference, hallucination, or uprising of environment itself. Final transmissions degrade into static and laughter. Last recorded voices of survivors mutate into mockery broadcast across void channels. Cosmic horror subverts science. Lights flicker at mathematically precise intervals. Interruptions too deliberate to be glitch. And intelligence at play. Space horror reminds us we're not the pinnacle. Unseen forces, cosmic structures, and living dead voids dwarf humanity's fragile existence.